Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancillon. I thought I'd come back and continue this discussion about about the spiritual ascension path, and I wanted to come back and speak on this Sunday before I start my day. There is many ideas I want to bring forward today. It's just my ideas. I hope they resonate with you. They're about is the acceptance of inequality on the earth. We can never achieve equality. It is important to understand. Even in the Quran, Allah said you have to accept that some people have given more to some people than others. And of course, we want to create a paradise for all. We want to eliminate poverty. We want to create this paradise for all. But even on paradise, even when we create that, there will always be people that are, or beings that are on a higher level than we are. And there will always be beings that are on a lower cycle than we are. So the key to that is always respect the wisdom and advices and counsel of those who are higher on the consciousness level, and always respect the ignorance and be patient with those who are on the lower cycle with you. But equality can never really be achieved, for we are all, there is the privilege of birth, and we're all born in different conditions, different culture, we have different astrology, we have different karmic condition, and our mission is to align with our highest potential within, to our soul. And it's okay to be envious of some people that have certain things that we don't have, not to be jealous, but by being envious, we see, well, we could have that, and so we ask the universe, and the universe will provide for us. But I understand some of the things we have will be make a lot of people very envious. They would be ecstatic to have certain of the things that we take for granted. Somebody who doesn't have his leg would love to walk. Somebody who does not have his eye would love to see. And so, from a philosophical point of view, we have to accept that things are eternally perfect. Spinoza explained in the philosopher Spinoza, who wrote the Ethics, this book, amazing book, but it is eternal wisdom in any event, is that to accept that somebody who's used this example of somebody who is born blind needs to have that experience for his soul evolution and purpose. We have to accept that it is perfect for what he needs to experience. It doesn't mean that we do not need to work to create medical or technological advances that will permit him to return to his vision, but we have to accept life exactly as it is teaching us. Every obstacle that we have in our life is an opportunity. It is actually the doorway to freedom. As we can transcend and transmute and understand the nature of the obstacle, we find the freedom that lies behind it. For those just certain ideas, so we have to let go of the guilt and lament for those, for anybody, with anybody that laments for the situation of someone else does not understand the soul process and path of evolution. So it's like we have to let go of all that. Because this world that was created by the Anunnakis is full of traps, full of labyrinth in the mind, where there's all kinds of, but the darkness will be, there is decrease of the light, that the darkness will be flushed out. The dark souls were given they were a blank cards to do anything they wanted to bring back the process into alignment, but the agreement has come to an end, so everything will be flushed out. There is so much that is going on behind the scene that we do not see, so trust that it is all happening. And so letting go of all culpabilities as well. You have no responsibility. You have a responsibility to be happy, to be joyful, and to bring this joy and lend assistance when it's required, when it's asked. But do not bring you don't have to solve all the problems of the world. That means because if we do feel that we have to solve the problems of the world, that means we do not trust that each person has the solution to resolve their own problems. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Akash. And from French reading, it was about romance, essentially. Here we have at the base is where we want to accept all the parts of ourselves, never to say, well, I don't want to look at that because certain things come up, and say, just let it pass through you. There's something to be evacuated. Do not bottle it up inside. And at the base is it's ruled by Pluto. It's where all the lessons and challenges. We want to have a strong, solid base. And here we have the wish. It is our soul plan, our soul desires. On the navel, the chakra of harmonization, the chakra of sexuality that rules the earth plane, that's ruled by Saturn. We have the vessel. So it's about an adventure. There is a new adventure that is happening each and every day. Life should be an adventure, a new possibility, new potential. So much is here to give. What we see in our solar plexus which is our power center, we have to address the phobias, the fears. Every fear is coming up to be released, so we have to release all that. If we, with nothing, the fear is the only, it's the illusion. So there are certain fears that were created for self-protection of the body when we were in survival. And when in survival, the fear warns you of danger and protects you, but it's not an engine of creation. It is not something to project fear into the future. That's the technique that's been used by the dark to project fear into the future, so people accept it and create this collective nightmare. But we are all connected. All the peace that we can create within ourselves is assisting the whole humanity in creating their own peace. All the struggle we have within ourselves is fueling the struggle. So make peace within yourself and the world will change. As we address our fear, we find spirituality and religion. So our power center is centered around this light. There is no more fear. Fear, we breathe it out. Whenever the fear comes up, say, I release you. I thank you for being my companion for so long. Now I'm letting go of you. In our heart, in the neutral chakra that's ruled by the sun, we have the finance, we have the abundance of finance, we have this money that is coming, and so we want to bless money, we want to love money, say money loves me and I love money. There is nothing wrong about having an abundance of money. For there is in truth, the universe is abundant, and money is just one energy. It is powerful energy on the earth, but it doesn't mean anything up there. It's just a tool that we use in order to create. So we want to be abundant in that level, and so it is what's coming from the heart. And your money that comes to you from the universe, you do whatever you want with it. It is your money. Nobody has to tell you that it's right or wrong to use your money in any way you want. For there's what comes in the throat chakra, in the fifth chakra, that's ruled by Chiron, and a high-end presence, because it lives in the upper heart. Here we have the angels. We want to tune into this frequency of angelic frequency. We want to elevate our frequency with the state of grace, the state of, for we are meant to become angelic beings. A physical angel, it is a difficult task, but we are assisted to the universe, and this is the way that's been supported by the whole company of heaven, to let go of the contrast of the physical world, stop the pendulum of duality in order to fuse in, to be anchored within the Earth star, in the planet core, even to go down all the way to the center of the Earth and elevate your consciousness all the way to the central sun above, and to create a pillar of light where everything will be fused within this pillar of light, with the negative, positive that activate the central flow. What we see before us is very, in a third eye, that's ruled by Neptune, is romantic life. So it's all kinds of romantic potential, new romance, to be open to romance. Romance is exciting, it's challenging. It's like we have to overcome the fear of love, the fear of romance. So to embrace that. And on the crown is the mother. For in America it was Mother's Day, so we want to send greetings and blessings and love to all our mothers, to the Mother Earth, to the Mother of the universe, to Sophia, to become nurturing towards ourselves, to accept the nurturing, to embrace this divine feminine energy. What's on the root chakra? Below the root chakra, there is the Earth Star chakra. That's anchored. And here, and this is really what manifests on the earth. Is very powerful. Is what we anchor on the earth. And here we have it's called anger and alimentation and nutrition. So it's about being the master of our desire, to be master of those things that, because we don't want to be overwhelmed by the more we control our desires, the more those craving, let's say, it's not desire, but it's craving. When we become master of our senses come into alignment by understanding we have to nourish our physical body with food, and we have to nourish our spiritual body with light essence. Each and every day we have to find that, and so once we do that, we can anchor our power. We can anchor this energy of the priest and the priestess, those energies that we've already had in past life. Many times in past life we incarnated and we had discovered this ascension. We couldn't really reveal into the world because it was in the darkness. But we master that. And on the soul star chakra, which is where all the soul reside, once we integrate our soul, we have this other soul. It's a silver light. We want to tune into that, turn into that, ask to have the download, to share this, to receive your new self, your future self, each and every day if possible. And here we have the arts. There is a new level of art integration, to be able to use the art. The art is try to is to find an increase in the quality of life. The arts were given to increase the quality of life of all on the planet. And so I'm gonna. I went back to drinking coffee. I'm gonna stop it again, but it's like I'm not really in judgment. So just it's not accelerating my process, but those are also cycles that are evacuated. We want to create this rainbow bridge. The rainbow bridge is like, imagine that from your heart space there is this stairway, this bridge that leads you into the light, into the sun. And because we all have we have chosen to come here. We are the envy of trillions of souls on the upper planes that could not find, that did not have the permission to incarnate in physical body. Since there is no pain, no struggle on the upper planes, sometimes so it's easy to envy us to be here. When we're here, it's like sometimes we feel, why did we choose, where did we sign in? But it's because we were the strongest soul in relationship, the most adept, capable of handling this situation, of transmuting all the energies of this physical world. But we are representative of a whole soul group and family. We want to banish certain words from our vocabulary, the word negativity, the word sin. Those things are no longer applicable. For sin in the truth by God, God says sin is only what's the obstacle to your evolution. Whatever obstructs your evolution becomes a sin, but it's not a sin that because sin implies judgment. For the Christ said even excess virtue is a sin. So we want to keep things in balance. We have all chosen to come here. And we have all chosen to be part of that human community, to understand that we have to become a hub where all the energy are flowing through us. We are the center of the whole universe, our own universe. For the hub of the wheel is hollow. There is a void. Same thing Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching. It is the void that makes the wheel turn. It is the void that makes the house usable. If there was windows and doors, there would be no way to use a house. It is the void that can use when we have a vase. It is because of the emptiness within that it makes the use. So it is the form and the void are complementary. For the void, nirvana is a void. It's a true void. It's the void of all things. So we can find this eternal status of being within the void that is nirvana. In the Truth by God says there is the highest void. It's called the void of void. It is the state that includes the nirvana and the samsara. It includes all state of being, infinite agitation, infinite serenity, infinite activity, infinite stillness. Everything, all the states of the universe are with it. It is the ultimate aspiration, is to fuse your consciousness with the void of void, the state of being that is God. And for all that exists within God, in some extent, exists within you. So it's about accepting that. For God will assist us in every possible way to ascend level to level. Yet the true recognition of God will come when we'll be equal to God, when we recognize our own eternity, our immortality, and our infiniteness. For we were created with that potential, and until we fulfill that potential, we cannot truly recognize ourselves. And recognizing our ascension is not about being recognized by God or by the angels. They already recognize us. They already know who we are. It is being recognized by ourselves. It is about to know ourselves. So it is something that the ascension is about self-recognition, self-love. For there is the merging of the Christ and the Buddha, but for the Christ we know the Christ is teaching, the Buddha as well, and in some sense the Buddha was just a simple yogi that was perspicacious enough to discover the state of lucidity, the state of eternal peace, the state of eternal bliss. And when you see a statue of Buddha, it is not a work of art, it is not a representation of the Buddha, it is just an invitation to meditate on the sacred truths that the Buddha reveals. Same thing with the Christ. It's an invitation to meditate on this divine part that we have within ourselves. For a lot of Buddhists or Christians, even they are worshipping the object and they're worshipping something outside of themselves. They cannot connect inside, and this is idolatry. And this will eventually all that will end. We have to recognize this unity consciousness and accept our own divinity in order to create this ascension. For the power, there is no power outside. All the power outside are flickering and disappearing. For the power is inside, and inside there has to be no darkness. We have to alleviate all the beliefs that associate us, where we gave our power away, to disconnect all this, those belief systems, those thoughts that we keep thinking that are disempowering, in order to find this wholeness, and from there we'll assist the world in the most powerful way. We want to, in the unity consciousness, there is a powerful assisting team, is the whales and the dolphin. They're merging their consciousness, they're even merging with their consciousness, with their higher cosmic self, and we can merge together. For they're already in unity consciousness, they've been holding frequency for humanity. So this is already the grid is this ocean, through the ocean is like this connectivity of energy. To learn from that. For understanding, the more we shift ourselves, the whole humanity is shifted. The more we have conflict, the more conflict inside conflict is fueling the conflict of everybody. If people would move into this, are able to move into this state of peace and serenity, all those who are in deep conflict will only receive love rather than conflict in their consciousness, and so they will alleviate some of their torment as well. Everything is getting brighter every day. We are getting brighter, lighter every day, and fear are being dissolved every day. So being gratitude, recognize this point. We are past the point of no return. There is no more turning back. There is no more going to the right. There is no more going to the left. So we're still afraid of what's coming up because we don't know what's coming up. But so we have to embrace the challenges, whatever's before us, so that we can move into something. Well, it will come. Everything that we have been asked for will come. And that's in essence the message I wanted to address. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, sharing your light, sharing your love into the world to become this true you. For you already are that which you seek. You already, it's just a matter of believing it and letting go of everything else. The paintings behind me, this is an interior, part of a series of interior from 2007 to 2009. I did a series in interior. This one's got a skylight, and it's like those two paintings. They're very settled, they have to be seen, and this is a portrait. I'm going to do more of those. I'm doing more of those. I'm going to pull one more card and sing a song to finish this. The card of the day is the star. It's the Archangel Jophiel, beautiful Jophiel. He said, the dream is becoming a reality. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. So we have turned the page. It's already, even if the manifestations are not there, no, you already have dissolved all the darker pattern within yourself. You have already, you are already in the light. You are already, you just, there is this code 001000101110. It opens up the portal to ascension. 00101110. Opens up the portal, and you move beyond the portal. You allow your consciousness, you're already doing that in dream state, but you want to bring this consciousness, ask for when you wake up in the morning to receive enlightenment each and every day, to receive communication from your soul, your spirit, and your guides, and your I am presence. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song I've sung quite a few times, but it's about traveling. It went through my mind. It's about it's about being ready to travel, for we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. I hope you are free to travel, already travel in your mind, prepare your trip. And when you go into traveling, always try to see what the guidance, the inner guidance, because if it's just a pure mental desire, you may go into a trip and it may not be a pleasant trip. But if you are guided and inspired by your own soul and spirit, by your guidance to go somewhere, that means there is a great need for you on the soul level for you to be there, and you will be received, you will be protected, you will be loved, you will make the connection that you need. Everything will be there when we follow this inner guidance of love and light and wisdom that we already have within ourselves. Then everything is always fell into place. There is this fluid this fluid dynamic that is connecting all soul, and we'll connect very soon into this new holographic matrix, new elemental reality. It goes like this. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morning. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. I'm already so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now they don't mean a thing. Every place I go I'll think of you, every song I sing I'll sing for you. When I'll come back I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time let me kiss you. Then close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, when I won't have to live alone. About the times when I won't have to say, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Thank you very much for sticking till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. All those things are principles, they are ideas that we as our consciousness grow, we have to we receive, we transmute, we integrate, and we free ourselves. And then at some point we won't need it. We don't even need to we continue to share information, exchange information, but there is no more need for anything. For we are where we need to be. We are ascended. We are whole. We are one, and so we already are one. Let us envision ourselves to be one with ourselves, one with the planet, one with humanity, one with the cosmos. Everything is one. Our consciousness will become one. And then, for I know that what's coming is like, no matter what I believe right now, I've seen so much, but it's very little in relationship to what is coming up, which will be far better than anything I can imagine when I get to this new flashpoint. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful Sunday. Namaste.